So we'll see. I don't know. These videos are a little bit lengthy. I'm not paying much attention as far as the time. I'm busy getting the information out there, so these might not even load. We'll see. We'll see what they do. And here we go. My custody papers. Oh, Lord. Well, actually, these ain't my custody papers. These are the first time I was served June 20th, 2018, which makes that box, the second box in section number 3, perjury. Because right here is the documented proof that you was involved with another case that you purposely left blank so that you could purposely deceive the courts and manipulate them by saying, I was never involved in. This is the first, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I left twice, but this is like the first time I'm here. No, you left 3 times. This is the second time you're here. And by not checking that box and leaving out the second time that you left, you purged yourself. Plus, somewhere that you said that I kicked you out all 3 times. In the other section, you said that that you only left twice. And I'm saying the same information from June 20th, 2018, and these purged affidavits is the same information in these purged affidavits. No information has been updated. No information has any attached files added to, videotape, audio tape, pictures, screenshots, information, documented evidence, proof that proves anything. The information on these papers was 1-year-old purged lies. The information on these identical papers is 3 years old purged lies. What's the point? What is the point in this? So, I find it highly irresponsible on the attorney's part who filed these papers with 1-year-old information that was lies and never investigated, was never researched, just filed as the truth. I find it highly egregious that for a second time, 3 years old information at this point, not 1 year or these 2 anymore, 3 years old information, no evidence, no proof. This is highly prejudiced. Listen. This is prejudice with prejudice. These are highly prejudiced. This is highly, highly, highly with prejudice and fully egregious. It's very wrong and very bad of any attorney to file 3-year-old paperwork with no documented proof to do a fishing expedition, destroying the minds and the hearts of 2 innocent children in the process that you are an attorney to protect. I'm holding you accountable, Nikki Reed. I'm holding you responsible, Nikki Reed. You are the one that filed. She purged, you filed. You can't file purged affidavits and say you're upholding your oath that you swore. You're not upholding that oath that you swore to protect children, Nikki Reed. You're doing my children a disservice, Nikki Reed. Another year's lease agreement. I got 5 of them at this point. How many lease agreements can you provide that you have lived at one house for what length of time? There's the DNA report for Freedom that I paid either $299 or $399 for, that I could have got for free, like most bum dads do that pay child support and don't have their kids. But I didn't pay $1. I didn't wonder if I was the dad either. I did it for times like this. I did it to protect my children. And I did it myself. Here are the pictures. Remember this? Remember this one? The woman took the first picture and you was smiling so big and it was so beautiful, and then she didn't come out right, so she took this one and you was mad because it just showed you didn't show you smiling and happy like you was the day that we did this. So yeah, this is hers, this is his. The difference, $100. I paid $3.99 or $4.99 for his because it was $100 more. And here is my legal custody paperwork of honor, which also cost me $100 more through my attorney than I did hers the year before. Hers was approved at 7 months. His was approved at 5 months old. I've had custody of Honor Abel Brooker since he was 5 months old. Filed September 1st, 2015. The parties hereby affixing their signatures below hereby consent and agree to the following. The plaintiff, Stephen Michael Brooker, that's me, this dad right here, shall receive residential custody and control of the minor, Honor Abel Brooker, whose birth date shall remain nameless, to be effective immediately. The defendant, Heather Ann Seabolt, shall have no parenting time with the minor until further ordered of the court. Child support shall be set at $0, as the father's source of income is Social Security and the mother is unemployed with zero income. Thus, deviation is unwarranted, and any support ordered would be unjust and inappropriate and not in the best interest. Not in the child's best interest. 3. The minor child is currently covered by the state Medicaid program. 4. All non-covered expenses shall be covered by the mother 100%, which we all know is going to be 0 because my coverage covers them 100%. All this paperwork was designed for you to have 0 responsibility because you can't be accountable for anything. You never wanted kids. You never wanted kids. That's what you screamed very loudly in front of both of them in August of 2017, before your birthday of 2017. I said, oh, that explains postpartum depression for 2.5 years. You don't have postpartum depression. You have the burden of been carrying around that you carried this child in your womb you didn't want, and gave birth to this child you didn't want, and raising these children that you don't want, because they took me from you. All you wanted was me, and they took me from you. Sad. The defendant, Heather Ann Seabolt, shall be entitled. How'd you get your last name Seabolt anyways? Was it because this guy paid for your divorce right here? Was it because this guy traveled 6 hours and took you to court right here? Was it because this guy was a witness at your hearing in court right here? Was it because I was there for you with 75 pieces of evidence that the man you was divorcing had cheated on you 70 times, collecting panties and bras from your neighbors and your sister and your cousin and your niece? This guy was in court with those 75 pieces of evidence of trophies that your husband at the time had collected of women that he had slept with during your marriage. This guy was a witness for you in court. This guy drove you to your court date. This guy paid the money for your divorce filings. Me. The defendant, Heather Ann Seabolt, shall be entitled to claim the minor Honor Abel Brooker, birthday doesn't matter, tax exempt, and all local, state, and federal purposes, whatever applicable. And do you know that not once in her life, in my children's lives, has she ever worked and claimed them and given them anything for anything? Ever? Once? Never? Not a singular time? No? Yeah. I don't think so. And what's on the back of this page? Your signature. This is where you signed your rights to your son over before you ever had any rights to your son. Because when a child is born, even as the mother, you have to file this paperwork to get custody and to have rights. You'll have natural rights. You don't have legal rights. So your natural rights went out the window when I got my legal rights. Because you signed your legal rights away. Right there is your signature. Go. I'm still in the middle of doing my studying right now. I'm be done in just a minute because I'm almost done. Okay, baby. Give me just a minute, okay? So, yeah. It is so ordered. Signed by the judge. And this is a true copy. My Social Security card, my birth certificate, Honor's Social Security card, Honor's birth certificate, Freedom's Social Security card, Freedom's birth certificate. Do you have any birth certificates for either of these children? No. Do you have any Social Security cards for either of these children? No. And if you do, you've obtained them illegally, again breaking the law illegally, because you have no rights to these children. You signed them away. Her at 7 months, him at 5 months, roughly 6 months apart. You've never had any rights to them. When you had the chance to, you signed them away. I didn't have any rights to them, and then when I had the chance to, got full custody, and they've had full custody since each of them's been 6 months old, roughly. Like I said, 7 for her, 5 for him. They're 5 and 6 now. They're going to be 6 and 7 soon. In just a short period of time, they're not going to be 5 and 6. They're going to be 6 and 7. And now, you know, after 5.5 years and 6.5 years, now there's danger? Was there danger for the years that you spent with him, the 2.5? Was there danger the years you spent the 3.5 with her? Was there danger you spent the 4.5 with me? Well then, why are we just hearing about it now in January or February of 2021? Your attorney should have asked you these questions, but I'm pretty sure she knows the answers. That's why she just... Okay. And again, my DNA testing and testing results. Honor Abel Brooker. I'm the daddy. I'm the pappy. I'm the papa. And they still call me papa. It's just now, and instead of being a full-time dad, I'm also a full-time mom. And now instead of being both full-time parents, the provider and pastor and protector, and the nurturer and caregiver and mother, I also have another full-time employment job that doesn't happen 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, because I don't get weekends off. They don't know what weekends are. All they know is they love to learn just like I do. And so now I also have a third full-time position that I do 5 hours a day, 7 days a week. And out of 900 hours that I signed my name that they will receive, instead they will receive 1,155 hours apiece each. Just because I'm me. And instead of being on a remote learning virtual simulation situation, I am putting in my time and energy and resources to literally teach them the old school way, the way that it should be done. I'm giving them everything that they need, want, love, desire, and deserve in their lives, including making this video now and documenting this stuff to prove I'm the daddy, I'm the pappy, I'm the papa. That's me. That's who I've always been. It's who I'll always be. Once upon a time, you were actually here to be my witness. Once upon a time, I was a witness for you in your court, in your divorce hearing, like I said. And just the same, this is the referral I was referring to, the speech therapy, that I got the doctor to write. Because they couldn't have the therapy without the referral. I got the doctor to write the referral to get the therapy. So that affidavit is purged. And here's where they had their dental extractions. And that's all you need to know about that. So now, your pile, my pile, looks a little bit different, right? Yeah. So anyways, at this point, I'm just going to just cut the video off and just see what I can even do as far as uploading. They're all over 15 minutes, and so I don't even know what's going to happen, but I'm about to find out. I love you all in the name of Jesus.